Hello. Oh, there's the first. Hello, everybody. Welcome in to, I was going to say the wrong thing, Dungeon of the Mad Mage. I'm Charlie. I'm the DM for this ragtag group of carnies, and we'll go ahead and do player introductions. Let's roll a dice and see who's up. Maybe not that dice. There's not 20 of you. That would be dumb. Whoever is player 2 for me.
Oh, that'd be me. Hi, my name is Pedro. I'm playing Guillermo, the human bard.
The Human Ranger.
No.
All
I'm
right.
not playing bard.
Player 4. Do I not have a player 4? Is that the one? Oh, yep. Go ahead.
How do we check who's in? Oh, okay, cool. I'll go. What's up? I'm Val. I'm playing the cleric Archangel.
Okay. Player 3.
I am playing Candor, the Tiefling Rogue.
Well, player 6. Group Killer.
Hi. I'm Ricky. Apparently, I have to go track down and kill Droop first thing, so we're going to change this up. And I'm playing Lorman Dream Climber, Goliath Ranger.
All right. And then I think that just leaves player 5 for me.
Hi, I'm Sly. I'll be playing Kaiden Varatan, the divination wizard who makes his gold through giving shoddy fortune tellings.
All right. Good deal. All right. So let's go ahead, since we are level 5 and your characters know each other and have been traveling together for a while for some of you. Let's do some player descriptions, and I'm going to use my teacher language. We can popcorn, and whoever wants to share first and give a description of your character for us. It's just like teaching.
I'll go first. Guillermo's a suave-looking gentleman, very Antonio Banderas-esque in appearance. He's got a long, flowing, dark brown hair. He loves to wear colorful clothing. He's got this breastplate that he wears over top a feathered vest, and along with a half cape that is red and blue. He's about 5'10". Carries around a pair of scimitars with him, along with his tool belt full of knives, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
I can go next. Kaiden is he's about 6'1". He has purple skin, black nails. He wears a wide-brimmed hat that his horns poke through. There's these almost luminescent blue eyes. His hair is probably down to his shoulders, curls and flows. He usually wears red, and his set of playing cards, they're refashioned into these tarot cards, which are blue in appearance. Often he's flanked by a small owl called Moro, and it's just a wee, tiny little puff of feathers.
Lorman is a Goliath. He's a little over 7 feet tall. He's very light gray with just like a dark patch running across one eye and going to the back of his head, bald head. he always carries a spear around that has a sylvan writing on the side, and he's wearing a multicolored smoldering armor that just smoke trails after him while he walks around.
Paper scissors for it.
You can go first.
Okay. So Kander's a tiefling. He's got kind of tannish skin, red eyes. He wears studded leather armor, and he's got like a cloak with the like the brooch clasp. What keeps it together is like a fake ruby, just because he thinks it looks nice.
How tall is Candor?
He is 6 foot. I'm actually playing a tall character for once.
Okay.
Well, tall to me.
Wow, Pedro, you're the shortest so far.
Yeah, you know, I gotta make up for it by being obnoxious.
Mission
That's the truth.
All right. So Archie, out of sake of brevity, because I don't want to say his whole name, he's an Eladrin. He's currently in this season of Autumn, standing about 5'4". He's got leaves kind of stuck everywhere in his armor that they can get, and his armor's a bit worn, matter of factly, and yeah, he's leaning against his shield.
Right, did I hear everybody right? Everyone is playing a male character, he, him. Cool. I just want
Be the
to
boys.
make sure I don't mess up. Cool. All right. Well, you all are a group of carnies. So before I jump in, my question to each one of you is, what is the act that you bring to this traveling group of characters? We'll go with that.
Like, what we do, like, individually?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, okay. Guillermo, sings and dances and, tells tall tales. He loves to dance around, read to crowds, and,
Okay.
sing.
Nice.
And by sing, he means, yodeling, obnoxiously and whatnot.
Oh my God.
Can't wait for the bardic inspiration for yodeling.
That's our leader.
My gosh. Yodels. What have I signed up for?
Uh,
No one else
Lorman,
can follows that.
Lorman
No one else can follows that.
acts as like the ticket taker, takes the money, and he also will do a blindfolded like spear or dagger throwing, using his blind sense feature. So he'll blindfold himself and throw daggers at or around people.
for their amusement, of course. Wink.
Yeah.
wink.
Yeah. While they listen to Guillermo yodel, he just throws daggers at him.
I would definitely throw them at the one yodeling.
That's not nice.
Not a nice person.
Yodeler?
I'm not literally gonna yodel for you guys. I promise. Like, maybe I'll say something in like a
no.
sitcom
No,
voice.
no.
That's
My
disappointing. If you want inspiration ever, you're gonna have to start practicing. That's the only way you can get inspiration. Everyone else, things are fair game, but for you, that's the only way.
You hit up a Ricola commercial and get to it.
Ricola! Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Biden his act is a fortune telling. He 90% of the time he'd probably give a really shoddy fortune, but he'd be very convincing in giving it. Usually he would sell this kind of necklace that he would make with his tools. It would be nothing more than a polished stone and a piece of string, but he'd convince them that it would be a great boon or a blessing for them to have it on their person for the right amount of gold, of course.
So what I'm hearing you say is your character's a liar.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry. So I guess Candor is like a very bad magician in that he kind of does it in the Penn and Teller style, where like he'll tell you how he does the trick, but he does it so well that you can't see how he's doing like all the sleight of hand. And then when he's not on the stage, he's out picking everybody's pockets. You know, get that extra income.
Okay, we've got a
Yeah,
thief and
whatever
a
they-
liar.
Whatever they don't spend at the concession stand, we make it back anyways.
Yep.
Jeez.
Solid. This is a solid
Alright.
group.
All right, Archie's he's pretty much the healer of the gang. If someone stabs themselves accidentally, cough cough, he'll be there to patch up the wounds. Some poor individual that accidentally got stabbed.
Alright. Cool deal. So, the group here, you all have been somehow convinced by Guillermo that joining his band of misfits is the right choice. And you all have set out to make a name for yourself, to carve out your own path. It hasn't really proven to be easy. It really hasn't proven to be much at all. There have been times that, yeah, you've done all right. You've made some coin here and there, but it's not what you thought it would be. And it has come at a price and a toll to each of you. Whether that toll has been that you've been missing family and loved ones, or the uncomfortable sleeping arrangements. I mean, I imagine Guillermo is probably quite the snorer. And then not to say anything about the questionable food you've had. At this point, even spider jerky seems like a delicacy compared to some of the mystery meats and stews places have been serving, along with bread so hard you thought it was stone. But rest assured, it was not stone. A dwarf promised you that after examining it. And there have been moments where it seems like maybe all you need is more time. You've gone through a few smaller towns, and you all seem to be right in your element. The locals there said that you were the best group of performers they'd seen in months. Likely because you were the only group of performers they'd seen. They didn't have much to pay. They couldn't tip you at all. But they offered you kindness and hospitality, and they were one of the few that were able to make a good grub. And it made you feel as though you were invincible and you were ready to keep on trying for something more, which has led the party to Waterdeep. You came to Waterdeep because it's a large city. You thought for sure you'd find luck in being able to host your traveling act, but you've spent the better part of 2 days trying to find a place willing to let you set up for your shows, your collection of oddities and tricks. But this is a busy city. Every place that you've gone to has turned you right back around. You have reached a new point of low as you begin to adjust your flyers that you're hanging up to say that you are here to be entertainment for children's parties at this point. This is a new level of desperation for the group. Sure, some of you probably have held on to some coin, but it's only a matter of time before that coin is spent, gambled, or lost. And some of you might already have obligations for any earnings that you are making, or any that you hope to make, rather. As you have moved through the city, feeling pretty down on your luck, the more you talked to people passing through and even locals, you kept hearing one place mentioned, the Yawning Portal in the Castle Ward district. They said you can find it right off of Rain Run Street. You won't miss the sign. You've heard rumors of there being a well that leads to what some call an undermountain. You even heard that there was a fellow last week who went down. He came back about a day or so ago, and he had items worth a pretty coin. And he said it was worth the sacrifice. As you heard him speak, you noticed he was missing a few of his fingers. What would the group like to do?
Let's go to Barovia, guys. No,
I mean, like 2 out of 5 of you are already in that, but yeah, I can run 3 of the same campaign. Let's go.
Stop by Fandolin to find this droop fellow.
Yep.
Yes.
I hear they have the
David.
lich problem. Maybe we can
Oh
help.
my god.
Mm-mm-mm.
Val, I apologize. I hope you don't feel left out
Nah,
of all
it's
these
cool, it's cool.
shenanigans.
Nah, I'm having fun, man.
Though, like, the real suggestion, though, from Guillermo would be to visit the Yawning Portal, maybe to do a little bit of nuisance performing in the tavern to make a little coin or two and hopefully pick up on some local rumors.
Mhm.
Let me just get my map all situated. Okay, to the portal it is. It was kind of a dumb DM question. I mean, you only have one real option here, but you know, player agency. I
How
just
rich are
wanted to
those
convince
kids?
you. What was that?
How rich were those kids?
The kids?
Oh, that we have to perform for, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
are their parents rich?
Oh, you all are posting flyers. No one has responded yet.
Oh, damn.
To the ball
Like,
we
that's
go.
the level that you're at. You're, like, willing to be, like, a clown for a kid's party. But no one has taken you up on the offer. Alright, the group approaches the Yawning portal. You see the sign outside, and you see it's a dingy blue tapestried building. It has smoothly carved wooden pillars and paneling. It stands 2 doors down from the empty keg tavern where you all had just enjoyed a glass of ale. And it's next to Mother Solinsky's House of Pleasure. Love finding random things. The inn is set squarely on the side of a long vanished tower and and there's fortified warehouses that rumor is belongs to the Archmage Hallister Blackcloak. You all walk into the crowded tap room. There's warm candlelight illuminating the tables. It's surrounded by groups. And you see everyone from nobles in finery to adventurers in battered, well-used armor. The hubbub of conversation and laughter fills the air, while the stink of sweat and spilled ale and melting candle wax lingers on your nose.
Lorman will walk in. I'll get us a table. And he walks up and goes to the nearest table that doesn't matter how many people are there. He goes, "Excuse me, friends. Can we sit down?" And then just will like kind of edge his way in and sit down, just clearing some space out for the group.
As you try to clear out some space, the people at the table, they seem rather annoyed, and you're on the main floor. They motion up at the top. I think you'd find more room up there, and they point to two empty tables that are upstairs.
Guillermo at this point is gonna slide on by, and he's gonna adjust his collar real quick and kind of pull out his breastplate a little. But you see, my friends, this particular table offers us such a great view of the rest of the tavern. We would really like to sit here. Please? Pretty please?
Roll me a persuasion.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Boy.
First roll right there. As you offer up that this is the only table you were willing to partake in, they kind of give a bit of a shrug. Well, I guess we will mosey upstairs. We have business to talk about. And they get up and they leave the table that they were at, leaving it for you all.
Before they get too far, I'm gonna try to call out to them. If it would make it any better, Guillermo will buy you a few rounds of drinks, if that will smooth things over for us.
I forget he talks about himself in the third person.
That would be quite nice. We're not too fussed, but we do appreciate that. Which one of you is Guillermo?
Archie will point at Guillermo.
And then Guillermo will, of course, strike a little pose and do jazz hands and whatnot.
You hear one mumble, one of those. Yes, well, we're heading in a motions to the table upstairs that they are going to head to. We'll do 2 rounds of ale. It's the best you've ever had.
Yes, Guillermo will definitely remember. He promises.
Appreciate it.
And he's gonna do a little bow and then immediately kind of sit down next to Lorman. Pretty good, right? I think I convinced him.
They will know your name.
Oh my gosh.
Eden's gonna sit down next to Guillermo as well and go up to him. I do understand why you gave them drinks, but we are running a little bit short on gold these days.
Guillermo only did it because it felt appropriate. That and he did not want to get punched. It's never fun when you get punched.
This is true.
I'm gonna go to the bar and pretend I don't know these people.
Probably a good idea.
As Candor goes, he goes, Candor, ask if they have beef.
Beef?
Beef.
Okay.
The fuck?
Just the beef?
Beef?
So where's the beef?
Brisket.
Brisket.
beef.
Okay.
That does sound pretty good right about now. I wonder how they serve their brisket.
Probably
Garlic
the way you
pickles
want,
with-
I'm guessing.
On the table.
Probably
Plate?
hot.
With forks and knives, of course, too.
I was gonna joke. I'm like, table brisket is the best brisket.
Wait till you try
Alright.
dirt brisket. It's got extra minerals.
Right. Candor, you approach the bar and you see a gruff, burly human male about middle-aged. He comes over doing the classic wiping, down the bar as he does. What will it be for you?
Well, I think, and I'm gonna turn and point to Guillermo, and be like, he wants 2 rounds, and I'm gonna point upstairs for some table up there. I think a round of ale for that table as well. And they want to know.
Get them 2!
I'm just gonna be like,
2 rounds ale upstairs. Okay.
And they want to know, do you have brisket?
That is oddly specific. Most just come in for the stew. Let me go and check to see. Are you brisket or any kind of meat?
Brisket, but I think as long as it's beef. I don't know. I didn't bother to ask clarifying questions. That was too much effort.
So if I say it's brisket, then do you think that's all right?
Probably not, but we can pretend.
Well, if you don't know what brisket is, do you think they know what brisket is?
Well, if he specifically asked for it, probably.
Alright, as a fair warning to you all, I'm going to, and this time the bot is actually in the, server,
Oh.
I'm going to start playing music. I'm gonna turn it down on the stream first. That really hurt last night.
I gotta remember to actually adjust the volume on it. I had it at like 5%.
Okay. It's thinking about playing, I think. Okay, we'll see what happens. It's really thinking hard. Yeah, so you see the barkeep go into the kitchen, and he comes out and says, I don't have a brisket, but I do have a roast, if that will be all right.
Should be fine. Food's food at this point, I think. We hope.
As long as it's not spider jerky, you should be all right.
Goddamn spider jerky.
I will have someone bring that over for you all. What else can I get for you?
What else does he have?
Well, what would you like to drink?
Yeah, what's the drink menu looking like?
We've got ale. We've got more ale. We've got some wine. I think we have some dwarven brandy.
Could be fun. We'll take 2 bottles of dwarven brandy as well.
All right. Glasses, or are you drinking straight from the bottle?
Set of glasses, the other bottle's mine.
All right, fair enough.
Nice.
All right. You see as he pulls out 2 bottles, a set of 4 glasses for the table. And then he says that he goes, well, how many people are wanting roast? I mean, I know they want brisket, but how many people should I bring out the roast for?
I don't know. I'm gonna turn around and yell and be like, how many people want roast? They don't have brisket.
No brisket? That's horrible! Horrible, I tell you!
Hey, it's better than spider jerky.
That cannot be denied. Spider jerky is filthy, disgusting.
No
I've never had
spider
it.
jerky. He yells back in the bar, "No spider jerky!"
I think we're good on that. One. I'm gonna start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself.
All
Can you
right.
get some seeds for Morrow as well, please?
Some what?
Some seeds.
It's a bird.
Seeds.
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel you would know.
yeah. I'm just gonna go. The bar was loud, so I. Do they have any peanuts? Like on the counter? I'm just gonna take a bowl of peanuts.
Yeah.
I call that good enough.
All right. So he does the math on what you are getting to eat and drink. So you said 5. So 30. And you did. He says that'll be 50 silver for everything.
Silver. I'm gonna give him a. I'm trying to think. Oh god, I can't math. So that's 5 gold pieces, right? Because it's 10 silver to a gold.
Did you buy
Yeah.
an abacus?
Yeah,
Yes, I
you,
did.
That was like your job.
I did buy an abacus. I'm gonna start doing that math on the abacus real quick.
Yeah, the math checks out. Yeah.
Yeah. He sees you with your abacus and says that. I'm guessing you only have gold. It's 5.
Okay. I'm gonna give him 6 as a tip because you always tip the bartender. If even in a fantasy game, if I don't, I know my sister will murder me.
Oh wait, he forgot about. He goes, "Oh, I forgot the drinks upstairs. The two rounds. There are 4 of them, so that'll be another well, for you, gold piece. Keep it simple."
Ready? So Guillermo owes me 2 gold. Got it.
What?
I'll tell you when I get back. I'm gonna give him another gold piece then.
Okay.
Thank you kindly. The food they're plating it up right now for you.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna be with the annoying ones. You'll know when you hear them.
I already do. I thought I had enough entertainment, and he points towards the bard that is up on the stage, apparently trying to deliver some comedic entertainment. He's just being booed.
Deal with airline food.
Guillermo's eyes are gonna light up as soon as he sees the stage. He starts to kind of like twitch in his seat.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, the urge to perform is nagging at me.
Yes, we should get that checked out.
Yeah, before you run on stage, you owe me 2 gold pieces. It's the cost for the rounds upstairs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think. Okay, it's your cost for the round upstairs and the cost for your portion of the food.
Okay, I believe that checks out. And then Guillermo's gonna go ahead and rifle through his bag, and he's gonna pull out 2 gold pieces that he hands over to Kander.
One thing of note, since I know a lot of you have varying experiences with me in the DM chair, for this campaign, resources and things are going to be tracked, so do keep that in mind, with it being a dungeon crawl.
Carden will also hand over a gold piece towards Kander. Thanks.
Sure, I fucked up that math too, but Kander believed it, so it's not a lie.
I found a menu and it had silver, sorry. I also
No, you're
learned real quick in our Friday group that gold is apparently worth way more than I thought. All right.
Hmm.
After a few moments, the food does come out to you all. It looks to be as though it's more stew than anything, but there are pretty big chunks of roast in it as well. So it looks almost as if like they combined two meals into one for the sake of, making it stretch. And the barmaid, she brings it over to the group and begins placing it down on the table, takes a look just to make sure everyone has enough drink. And is there anything else that I can get for you?
Do you know when that performer is going to be getting off the stage? Guillermo wants to do a bit of spotlight stealing.
I believe he signed up for the whole night, but there's a shepherd's hook if you want to take care of that for us. You are welcome to.
How would you say his performance has been so far?
It's the same performance every time that he comes, and not too many people are signing up to man the stage, so he is up there quite a bit. Sometimes even 3 or 4 times in a day, and the same jokes. They never get any funnier. They just get more pathetic.
Guillermo smells an opportunity.
No, I think that's just a body odor that you're smelling, hun.
Perhaps.
I think that's you.
Where would one go to sign up for performing?
If you can get him off the stage, you can perform.
Perfect. Guillermo will do so. And then he's,
Which one is that? She points towards Ricky. Your character. Is that you? You're going to go get him off the stage.
I will use the hook.
Oh, well, it is nice to meet you, Guillermo. And she reaches her hand towards you.
What? No. That is not Guillermo. This is Guillermo. And then he points at himself when he says this.
I'm sorry. My name is Margaret, but I don't say this is Margaret. Say I am Margaret. Your mom must not have taught you.
How dare you? My mother has taught me plenty.
She
He just does this. Don't worry. He's perfectly sane, I assure you.
we see all kinds coming in. A few too many bumps, I assume. And she quickly just kind of leaves the situation.
The nerve of that woman.
Like a true
Guillermo has
retail
not taken
worker.
any bumps.
Some people don't understand. It's okay.
Exactly. Guillermo simply has a fanciful way of speaking. That is it.
Mm.
First player death of the game.
Gosh, they're already plotting on my downfall.
You see that bard's gonna do so much psychic damage.
I've been plotting people's downfalls for 26 sessions now. Obviously, it doesn't work. Ricky is still here. All right, what would we like to do?
Dream Climber wants to see if the hook is laying out anywhere.
Yeah, You notice that the hook is overhanging, like, up above these boxes to the west side of the stage.
Yeah, Lorman will stand up and he'll say, "I'll get the he's not a joke teller. I'll get the man off the stage," and he's gonna cruise on over and grab the hook.
While Dream Climber heads over, Guillermo's gonna take a bottle of hair oil that he keeps with him. He's gonna put some in his hands and he's gonna start slicking back his hair and getting it all over the place to make sure his hair's like nice and shiny.
Gonna be fun.
And once he's all glammed up, he's gonna go ahead and start heading over towards the stage.
Before Guillermo gets too far, Kaiden will walk up and pat him on the back. Yeah, go give them a performance they'll never forget, and pass guidance on him.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, my friend. Guillermo will do quite well. Then he's gonna go ahead and shuffle on towards the table, or the towards Dream Chaser or Dream Climber. Jesus Christ, sorry.
Ricky is Dream Climber, the name I should put on the overlay, because I can change it later. Does it, or
Yeah.
it doesn't matter? Okay, I'll fix that later.
Either way. Yeah, there's no way this dude doesn't see him coming.
All right. Go ahead and do athletics. We'll do like grapple, and I'm rolling with my dex. Oh damn. Damn, I thought I had enough with my 18. You go up and approach the little fella up here. He like sees you and he makes the mistake of turning his back towards you and like beginning to move towards the piano. I'm sure it's something else that's there, but moving towards that, and you manage to just like grab him right with the hook. You get it right around him, and what do we see?
He grabs him, kind of snares him, picks him up a little bit, and goes, "Look, I got him," and swings him, and then on accident swings him a little too hard, just right off the stage towards that pole.
Yeah, you swing him. He hits the pole. He falls to the ground. Roll me a. Cause your strength was pretty good. Do 2d6s for me.
Oh my god. Please don't let this be Matt Slaughter.
He's not a commoner stat, so like he won't die.
Oh.
You like see as he like hits his head right in, and you like immediately see a like bump start to form. Everyone who is like near the stage and seem to pay attention, like they just begin to cheer as you've ripped him off the stage.
Dream Climber had went to like help him up, and then everyone cheers, and he goes, "Yeah!"
He falls back. So like when you go to help him up, how does Dream Climber like go about picking him up? Like, is he helping him stand to his feet or like scooping him up?
He's gonna just grab him by the back of like his shirt and just kind of like help him up, hold him
Okay.
upright, help him up.
As you lift your arms to cheer for the dude, go ahead and roll for me a d4. Damn.
Let's hope he wasn't a commoner.
He was not a commoner stat. I mean, all of them placed are commoners, but I looked up stats once I knew you were going to interact with him. He hits him, like, kind of, you knock the breath out of him, and if you go to reach for him again, he's like, I can stand, and he like quickly gets himself up, and he like keeps his head down low and just works on moving his way towards the bar, because of course the only thing left for him to do is to drink his disappointments with some ale.
And then Lorman will go, now, Guillermo!
And then, right on cue, Guillermo's gonna sprint towards the stage, and then he's going to just kind of like jump onto it.
Okay.
Um,
Can I have Dream Climber roll me a d20 real quick? As you were dealing with the bard that no one wanted to have up on the stage, you do get 10 silver pieces tossed at you as the crowd was cheering for you.
it's already working.
Shining.
So yeah, once Guillermo gets on the stage, he kind of like has his back turned towards the crowd, and then he quickly turns right around towards them and does like jazz hands again. Then, after a second, he kind of like corrects his posture and whatnot. And now, for the dancing and flute playing of Guillermo the Great. Feast your eyes, my friends. And then Guillermo's gonna go ahead and pull out a flute, and then he's gonna start doing like some like variation of like the Scottish river dance, where he's just like skipping around and tap dancing and whatnot while playing the flute.
Alright, roll me a performance.
All right, let's not fumble the bag here. Oh, that is a 23 plus a 1d4 because of the guidance.
Okay, 24.
Yeah, a 24 to perform.
The crowd seems much more pleased with your entertainment than they had previously seemed with the last fella.
Yeah, perfect. Guillermo's gonna go ahead and keep this up for a few minutes until people start throwing coins his way. Then he's gonna start collecting what he can after a few seconds.
Kander's gonna shout, "Do a flip!"
Acrobatics.
Yeah, he will on cue immediately try to do a front flip.
Oh, that's gonna be harder.
Okay. Yeah, you manage to do a flip. Go ahead and show us on your camera the flip.
Yeah. If I want to land on my neck in front of you, sure.
Yeah. As soon as you land, you do suddenly have some coin get thrown up your way. Roll me a d20.
Okie dokie.
You see as 12 silver lands your way, and again, the crowd just seems much more at ease with you performing than they previously had been.
Okay. So Guillermo's gonna go ahead and stop, gather up the coins, put them in a little, is there any sort of like cup or some type of pot on the stage?
Yeah, you see on the piano that there's a candle, but right next to it is a cup.
Cool. He's just gonna gather up the coins in there. After doing that, he's gonna put away his flutes and he's gonna draw out his scimitars. And then he's gonna say, "Now, my friends,
Swallow it!"
Hmm?
You hear somebody shout out, "Swallow your sword!"
That is not the kind of performance that Guillermo does. No. Guillermo is going to do something a little more dangerous. For the crowd, mostly. Not for Guillermo, of course. Guillermo is a trained professional. And then he's going to start doing what he calls the swords dance, which essentially is just him doing a bunch of like spins, flips, jumps, pirouettes, but with swords. His scimitars specifically, and he's intentionally going to start like dancing in between tables, spinning around, getting kind of close to people, being a general hazard to everyone's health. But of course, he's going to try to do it flamboyantly.
Okay, this is gonna have a pretty high DC, my friend. What you just described.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
All right. Roll performance for me.
Okey-dokey. Pray, everyone. Fucking pray. Dirty 20.
It is not your best go at this. You are a bit tired and defeated after, you were trying to set up your roadside gig, not, expecting to be in a tavern on the evening performing. So you're having to battle some self-doubt. But you don't manage to stab anyone or yourself.
Whew, thank goodness. By the time he kind of finishes his dance, he jazz hands one more time, stows away his swords in like a real flashy fashion, and then start bowing towards the crowd and whatnot.
All right. As you take a bow, you do get a little bit more coin thrown your way. You end up getting about 19 more silver added to you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he gathers up the coins, puts them in the cup. He turns towards the crowd one more time. And if any of you would love to see a performance like that once again, then always keep an eye out for Madame Gusteau's Troublesome Troupe, hosted by Guillermo the Great and the company. And then he, when he says company, he points towards his table with all his friends. And then he starts dancing his way towards said table to sit down.
Are you dancing across the tables too?
No, around the tables.
Okay. All right. You do see after a while that someone does come and they go ahead and they take a seat at the piano there and begin just playing some really quiet background music for the tavern. What would everybody else have been up to or is currently up to?
Adam has laid out 3 cards face down on the table, and he's sprinkled some peanuts, was it, on top of each of the cards, and is eagerly watching Moro as Moro looks to choose which card to pick the peanuts from. I wonder if Moro inherits the same abilities that I do.
You mean
This
the
is more-
ability to lie really well to people about their futures?
I am a decent fortune teller. Some of them might not be correct, but their fortune has been told either way. This is Moro jumps onto the middle card, and Kaiden picks it up and flips it, and there's just this picture of a Grim Reaper with a scythe on the top of it. Ooh, yeah, maybe not.
Does that mean your bird is going to explode at some point?
Either that or it becomes an arbiter of death, but, who's to know?
If it's an arbiter of death, hopefully not ours. Guillermo does not want to die yet.
See as Moro just eyes up Guillermo and just locks gaze.
Guillermo like stares at the bird for a second and then averts his gaze, looking kind of like a little nervous.
So you gotta assert dominance. You gotta make sure the bird looks away first.
Have you seen this one's eyes?
Yeah, they're all
scary,
like-
Guillermo.
I know they're terrifying, but no, you gotta assert dominance.
It's kind of cute. It's not that scary.
Oro is peaceful by nature.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
Peaceful,
splendid.
yes, but the way it gazes into Guillermo's soul, it's unnerving.
Mora just hops back over to the side where Kaiden is. Well,
Right.
that didn't work.
Not gonna lie, the art for it is really cute.
It was really cute.
Yeah, I love it so much.
So tight. It's so round.
So cute.
It could be my arbiter of death any day.
Anything else for anyone else?
Not for Guillermo. He's just gonna go ahead and start eating his food, which I imagine is probably like
It is pretty
Awesome.
cold at this point. It's
it tastes better. It tastes better than rock bread, anyways. So he'll eat it without complaint.
yeah, I mean, it was pretty delicious. They do know how to cook here, but it has gotten pretty cold.
Yeah, cold schmold. It's all good. Food is food.
Mm.
Then Guillermo gets like violently sick.
Constitution saving throw for me.
No.
I was kidding. As you all continue to kind of settle in, this has been one of the more lively of taverns for you all, as you've been trekking through Waterdeep, and the warm atmosphere of the Yawning Portal, has been felt like a blessing, a sense of relief to you all from the harshness that you felt, earlier in the day and the previous day trying to find a place to host your show of oddities. You can hear, lots of dialogues that are bleeding into one, and lots of laughter, dancing begins to happen in the far side of the room as the piano is playing. And you do see over here that there are two individuals who are currently standing and talking, and a group of three approaches them, and you see as they take out some coin to pay, and they go and they are standing on a platform, and the map doesn't really show, like, at least I don't think it's showing it to you all. It might. You are seeing a what looks to be like a well going down, and so you see as these three individuals are getting loaded onto, there's like a stone platform, but then there is like a wooden board that's attached to a pulley mechanism. They're getting onto that, looking to be lowered down in. After a few minutes of them talking, and it looks as though they've signed some paperwork as well, they do begin being lowered down.
Is that the famous well that these people are talking about? The one that leads to, where does it go again?
You would have heard that it goes down to the Undermountain, was what you heard circulating through town.
Hmm. The Undermountain. Yes, yes. Guillermo had to think of it for a second. Is it going to be expensive to get down there? Should we ask?
I mean, might as well. We're here.
Probably our best shot.
Hmm. How prepared are all of you for this? I mean, Guillermo has all of his things. Do we need to visit the market or something before we go, or do you think we could just jump right in? Not literally jump in, of course. That would probably kill us all.
Mm.
Should maybe go searching for some like potions and stuff. I mean, if the guy was missing a few fingers.
Hmm. I imagine it would be pretty difficult to play the flute with the missing fingers. I would not want that to be me. Um.
I-
Hmm?
I have everything I need. I'm ready to go, but if we do need any supplies like food or water, how deep is this Undermountain place? Would they want to see our act? Or are we going there for other reasons?
Well, I mean, my reason is the same as anyone else's, to be really. Riches and glory. Of course, there are other ways to make our coin, but the call of treasure is very alluring.
Mm.
That does sound quite nice.
And think of all the stories we will be leaving with, of course.
Mm. All right.
As
Well, I'm all set then.
the group is talking, the barkeep, she comes back over and she just general checking in. Is there anything else I can get for anyone? I'm sorry. Is there anything else Margaret can get for anyone? And she kind of gives a smile.
Guillermo kind of rolls his eyes a little bit, but like in a playful fashion, and he kind of smiles back at her. There is one thing, actually. Tell Guillermo. Uh, does it cost anything for us to get on that lift ourselves?
Oh yes, of course it has a cost. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make much sense for the tavern to maintain it. It's 1 gold per person, and then it's 1 gold to come back up as well.
What?
Quite the price. Um,
It's
I
quite
mean,
the adventure, is what I've been told. I'm sure if you wandered around and asked around in here, many could tell you stories.
hmm,
So, just to clarify, is there like an exchange at the bottom? So let's say we didn't have gold. Is there somewhere we could like hawk, like like something we found for gold to actually pay the way back up, or are we just SOL if we run out of gold on the way down or on the way back up?
In that case, I would speak to Durnan and perhaps prepay for your trip back up. That way, you don't have to worry about any lost coins along the way.
hmm.
He keeps quite the record book. I believe most prepay just to be sure. You don't want to be down there and tugging and not getting pulled back up. So
Um, well, to be quite fair, I'm not exactly a stranger to danger and whatnot, but it is the Undermountain. And if the stories are true, then We have quite the perilous adventure ahead of us. Therefore, I find it appropriate for Guillermo to pay our way down.
Margaret thinks that is a splendid idea.
Is Margaret mocking Guillermo? And he kind of like cocks an eyebrow a little bit.
Oh, never, dear, never.
Okay, very good, very good. Yes, yes. With Guillermo's pride intact, let's go down the well. Yes. Who do we pay to go down?
Durnan, he is the owner of the establishment. It's been his for as long as anyone can remember.
And where is this Durnan?
She motions towards the bar, and he is the one that had initially served Candor.
So this guy?
Are you pinging? Let me see. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright, then Guillermo's gonna go ahead and politely excuse himself from the table and head over to the bar.
Oh, I am gonna go see what that waiver looks like. I want to know what we're I want to know what we're legally signing before we end up dead.
Okay.
Where would I go get that? I'm gonna ask Margaret. Margaret, Candor would like to know where to go get that waiver I've seen.
Great. So let's go with Guillermo first. You approach Durnan, and he says, what will it be for you, lad? Another
Guillermo,
round of ale. These bard types.
How will Guillermo phrase this? Guillermo would like to jump down the well. Are you the man to pay for the permission to jump, or no?
Pedro, just so you know, all we're getting is a nice belly shot.
You're welcome.
Take it off. We'll get more
Got pants
stuff.
on. Thank you for wearing pants.
You're welcome.
As you are like climbing onto the bar top, Durnan is just like taken aback, and he goes, I'm sorry, that's a little too personal for me. What was the question?
Guillermo would like to go down the well with his friends. Are you the man to pay?
I am the man to pay. It is 1 gold to go down, and it is 1 gold to come back up. I suggest paying it beforehand. There's a waiver involved as well. More so, I mean, if you go down and you don't come back up, I don't really consider that to be my problem. But the individual who keeps the Undermountain stocked, he has some liabilities, I suppose, if you will, that he likes to have signed.
Right. That is all fine and dandy, of course. Guillermo will pay. The friends will have to come and sign, though, of course. And then Guillermo will go ahead and fish out the necessary coins, which he'll pile up onto the counter all nice and neat in a little stack.
Are you paying for both up and down, or just down?
Yeah, so, yeah, he's putting 10 gold coins down. So
it'll be 12. I see you've got a pet with you.
The pet is included?
If it's riding down, it is. And I wouldn't suggest you let it fly. You never know what might jump from the walls.
Does Kaiden hear any of this?
Roll a perception for me.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with, I don't know what if your passive is higher, but I'm gonna go with your roll because I think that most of you are pretty high. I would say with all the like chatter and noise, that you don't hear the exchange between the two of them.
I'm reading this waiver, and I'm like wondering if like they added some of the stuff after it happened because they had to pay out on insurance or something. But some of this is pretty legit, and I'm like, I wouldn't mind.
You're good, Pedro. All right.
Right.
So Candor, you go over. You get a copy of a waiver to look at. The individuals like so. Durden has like the blank copies. And then like you give them to these individuals who load you up before you go down. And they have kind of like a box, and so they take one out to show you and let you read through it. And it is a pretty extensive list, and it like so while it just seems like a paragraph of things, it is like in every language possible, so that there's like no excuse of not having been able to understand it.
Right, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh, you're okay. And is the assumption that you will share it with the group a fair
Yeah,
assumption? Okay, I'm gonna paste it into the thing.
What's her name? Margaret?
Mm-hmm.
So is Hallister, does he own the mountain? Does he, like, lease it? Like, how does that work? I mean, he's got to have some ownership in it if he's making people sign waiver to go into it, right?
I personally am not super familiar with all the workings. I think the stories are that he built it and now he keeps it full. I'm not entirely sure. It makes zero sense to me. I have no desire. I've seen a lot of people who they come back, but they're not ever really themselves again.
Can you point me to someone who's come back recently? I'm gonna go get some intel.
Recently, well, I know the individual directly behind you, and she kind of whispers. She had gone down, and she went down able to walk and speak, and no one's quite entirely sure what happened. Some other adventurers found her, and they tugged, and she came back up, and Durnan feels quite bad, and so he personally takes care of her, and she sits and people come and join her. No one who knows her, it's just the polite thing to do. Recent. I would say if you go to the far table closest to the stage, there are probably some down here on this level that have been more recent.
Cool. I will go bother them. Does anyone want to come bother them with me?
I will too, because I'm reading this, and I'm interested about the secret unknowable truths about the cosmos.
Did somebody say secrets? What is going on?
Just read the contract, Yamo, and like Archie will like shove the copy in his face.
You know what
Okay.
kind of what an unwanted bound servant would be? Because I'm like, Are we getting like a Adoring fan, or is it actually something useful?
Oh, what if it's like a what is it? One of those tiny spiky things?
Oh,
The hell is
Oh, what
nurse
is it doing?
blindness?
you can't
I think
smell
that
worth
means
a
you
damn.
can't smell.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound too bad.
All right. So who all is going to approach the table?
I think.
Archie, Candor, and anyone else? Everyone else is probably still reading, trying to process.
Yeah, Lorman's looking at it in giant and the common one, seeing if there's a difference.
Translation errors.
Well, with your whopping intelligence of 8, you're probably not going to catch those errors.
Doesn't mean he can't look.
It reads well to you. I mean, it's probably, the same as how, like, newspapers are written at, like, a 6th grade reading level so that most can understand it.
Wait, that's serious?
That's what I was always told. I don't know if that's legit. I mean, anymore, we probably can't write anything at a... I have high schoolers who can't identify a verb, so...
Rough.
That is.
And
Oh.
I'm not exaggerating or anything. Like, we've been told... Well, not me, because I teach science. But my ELA teacher friend has been told just to have them point to sentences instead of writing them now. That they just need to point and identify them.
No fucking way. That's
All right, but anyway, before I get myself in trouble on stream, you never know. Yeah. So you all approach the group. Are you approaching empty-handed?
Hell yeah. They haven't proven themselves worth coin or a bottle of brandy yet.
Okay. You're probably carrying your bottle around.
Yeah.
Okay, you approach the table. They see you with your bottle of dwarven brandy there, and one has an empty glass, and he like holds it up towards you. And do you mind if I have some? He does take out a silver coin. I can't be bothered to go to the bar right now.
I will take the coin and I will fill his glass.
Thank you kindly.
At least he was polite about it.
Yeah, you look at him and notice, like, until, Margaret or anyone other server comes over, like, or, one of his friends, perhaps, he probably doesn't want to go because his leg, has, like, a pretty large, boil on it, that looks like it recently, may have, popped and stuff, and so, like, he seems like he's probably not feeling up to walking on it. I've, tried everything I can do to, make this, feel better. We've done any spell or anything we can think of or afford to do, and nothing seems to be making it hurt less. Well, besides the brandy, of course, that always helps. Thank you for coming over. What is it that we can do for you? The others are a little more, quiet, it seems, but anything? You seem to be new here. I don't recognize you.
We were wondering about the Undermountain. I was looking at the extensive list of things they're not liable for, and I was just wondering, have you ran into anything on that list, or can you give us any information about what we might find down there?
If I ran into anything on that list, I don't even know if that list is completely comprehensive from all that I can say about it. Make sure if you are planning on going. Make sure you have the stomach for it in all accounts. I mean, they're not saying not to eat or anything down there. There are some who are good, but just for every good thing that the Undermountain has brought me, it's brought me 5 bad things, if you know what I mean. Now, I honestly, it changes each time that you go, and I hadn't been in quite a while. I hadn't been since my youth. I thought, this was the time to go. I have all the time. My children are grown. Let's, relive the glory days. One day you'll have that itch, I'm sure. It wasn't what I would have recommended. I would be weary of the spiders down below. We are hoping that one of these shops in town will have some anti-venom. It seems to have gotten bit quite badly on my leg. Is there
There's
anything
spiders.
specific that you are wanting to inquire? I mean, I can tell you some. I'm sure I won't be able to hit everything. I know that there's lots of goblins and things down below. I've heard that there are some that have some kind of a festival or something, and that might be worth checking out. I heard the bread is really good. Now, the one thing, and he kind of motions to his other fellow party members, you've got to be sure to keep out for signs of tunnel madness. It starts slow, you don't necessarily notice, but as soon as it takes to flowering, it's like a plague. You don't want that to happen. It's just doom to a party. It's the worst monster that there is, man. You watch and you'll see. They haven't spoken in a week or so now.
We know when it started. Like, what are the signs to look out for then?
I mean, isn't that the thing about stuff like this? If only you were able to know the signs, then you would be able to avoid it. I honestly don't know when it started or what happened. I mean, one of them said they had a headache, the other had a bellyache, one had the sniffles, and here they all sit, silent as they come.
Hmm.
Do they get violent? Just as like asking as a precaution, because I would hate to have to like stab any of the guys I'm traveling with.
These 3 haven't yet, but they didn't really have any violent parts of them before. Perhaps maybe that is what has kept them. Maybe all they need is more rest. I mean, I'm able to get them to follow basic commands. They sit, they eat. They exist, I guess is the way of putting it, but not much more. Almost like children before they learn to speak. Except they can walk.
Do you think this was done magically?
I'm not exactly too certain. None of us are really skilled in that area. We are more the force type, or the sneak up and get you kind. So mayhaps it is magical. I am beginning to work to save towards seeing if there's someone here in the town that can assist. I've asked many adventurers passing through, very skilled in the last few days, but no one has been able to has been skilled enough to treat whatever this is. And you notice that there is a like a jar sitting on the table, like asking for coin. I mean, it is very crudely written on, like very misspelled and stuff. It's kind of like, you know, if you go into a store and they have the penny collecting thing, it's like that. Based on like how poorly written it is, you think that they likely signed the waiver without reading it. And like if you had to you know, infer, like people tend to hang out with people who are roughly on the same level as them, and so like if he wrote the sign and he's the one that is still here and functioning, these others probably aren't any brighter than he is. And he doesn't seem like he is the read and write type. He just can do basics.
Could I examine like one of the I don't know how to describe, like one of the quiet ones, I guess.
Okay. What are you examining for?
I'm looking for like any traces of like, I guess it would be like disease, or like I'm looking for the cause of what caused them to be turned into that.
Yeah, so as you go to reach for one of them, he does get a little protective, like when you go to I'm assuming put like your hands on to look, and he's like, whoa, can I help you with something?
This is the one of the zombie-like ones?
No, it's the one who's been talking to you. Like, he immediately kind of gets worried, you know, because you're a stranger taking a look at them. So he's like, is there something I can help you with? Are you looking for something?
Oh, I mean you no harm. I'm a cleric. I'm just trying to figure out what caused them to be like undead.
Apologies. I'm sorry. It's, you know, it's been a lot. Yes. Do what you can. Go ahead and roll for me a medicine check, and if you want, you can also do an arcana check.
Ooh, alright, I'll do medicine, so I'm better at that.
And to clarify, you are able to roll both. You can do both.
Ooh. Oh!
Man.
Nice, good.
Huh.
You begin, taking a look and trying to see. You don't notice, like, any kind of, bite marks or anything standing out to you. And you kind of try to, recall and, like, think, is there any lore that you might know, that could have perhaps, caused this to happen? And you're not sure. Not everything is checking out for you on this, but the one thing that like it springs to mind, and you don't think any of these three have this, but you would be aware of there being creatures that sometimes take over the brain, but the fact that they're still able to like move and do things, like, you're not entirely certain that is the case here, but that is what kind of comes to mind for you.
Weird. All right. I'll leave them be. And then, their leader, for lack of a better term, he was bitten by a spider, you said?
Yes, he was.
Alright. Then I do have something for that. If he'd allow me, I'll cast protection from poison on him.
Yeah, you ask him and he goes, you're going to cast a spell and it just won't. I'm sorry, I'm not super familiar with healing magic and things like that. This won't hurt. It won't do anything. I have to
Well,
be able
it
to look
shouldn't.
out for my friends.
All I'm going to try to do is get rid of the lingering effects of the poison. It shouldn't hurt, but my apologies if it does.
Well, I suppose that could be all right. I mean, I've trusted people who didn't seem as forthcoming as you, so why not? I'd appreciate that. I'm afraid I don't have anything to offer, though.
Do not worry. There we go. And I'll go ahead and cast protection poison on him.
Yeah, you go and, like, where the bite is on his leg, you put your hands there and, like, you sense the heat of the, bite kind of neutralize and stuff. The awful-looking wound is still there, but, he, like, after you're finished, grabs, like, his leg and kind of rubs. He's like, aside from looking kind of gnarly, it does feel a bit better. Thank you.
Of
I
course.
appreciate it.
Just read contracts first before you go do anything silly.
Was this in a contract?
Archie will do his best to recall the whole Supreme Mage House or Black Cloak is not to be responsible for yada yada yada. And he'll just nod and say, yeah, poisonings are not covered.
They asked if we wanted them to read it to us, but I was too proud to say yes. Guess I maybe should have.
Archie will pinch the bridge of his nose and just nod.
Thank you again.
Oh, of course. And I'll turn to... give me a moment. I noted down names. Candor, and see if he wants anything else to do with them.
No, I think we've got it. Oh wait, how long do people normally stay down there before coming back up? Assuming they like didn't die down there.
I believe that's different party to party or even person to person. Some, unfortunately, never seem to come back up.
Okay. So the ones you have seen come up that you can remember, what's the longest amount of time and what's the shortest amount of time?
Well, it really all depends on the group. If memory serves me correct, I think that there's at least 6 or more levels to this dungeon down below. So I guess it depends on how fast you move and if what trouble comes along the way and whatnot. And I guess it depends on if Hollister allows you to come back up and win. some people have been down. I'm not certain. I think I know. I feel like I know of someone who was down there for years. He came back. And when he went down, I mean, you would have thought he was just a kid. He was clean shaven and real small, little lanky fella, and then he came up and was a brute of a man. If it wouldn't have been for his eyes and he had a scar that everyone knew. Well, I don't think anyone would have believed it was him. He came up and he was suddenly very broad-shouldered and muscular and had a beard that even the dwarfs envied.
Circle back real quick. You said allowed to win? Is there a contest going on and we don't know? Like, what's the prize?
Well, I said allowed to and win, but now that you mention it, I have heard that sometimes there are people who are invited to partake in some kind of contest down below. I have not been chosen for such endeavors.
I don't have any more questions for this guy.
Okay, great, because my voice for him sucks.
Oh, you're good. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, trying to split the difference between, I guess, one day we can assume is probably, like, the least amount of time people will spend down there to little years. So it's like, okay, if I want to write a death note to my family, I'm like, when do I want it delivered? Like, a year after we've got in there, we don't come back up? A month? That makes it kind of hard.
Yeah, so what I can tell you is how long above game people spend. I don't actually know how long like characters would end up spending down there. It's about 20 hours per floor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Hope y'all like each other.
We're gonna be best friends. We're gonna need a get along shirt. Oh, great.
Let's see. Yeah, what I'm quickly reading is one, it obviously depends on the floor that you all are on and stuff, but like you can be, so characters could be on the floor for days or weeks and stuff, and then it just depends on how far you go. God, right, I don't kill anybody. No one's gonna die here.
Wink, wink.
Wink. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Pedro's character is definitely gonna die.
Yes! I mean, no!
Not Guillermo. What would we ever do without our fearless leader? Probably just give up and go back home.
Yeah, we're just gonna quit.
Oh.
Cool. Anything else, or anyone else that you all would like to talk to in the tavern? Or even walking around and hearing anything, or performing again, whatever you all would like.
No, Guillermo would actually be relaxing for a little bit. He feels like he might have expended a little bit of energy doing all that dancing and whatnot. So he's gonna chill for a little bit.
Mm.
Okay. It seems as though this tavern is one where like it never seems to get very quiet. It's still very much hustle and bustle, like people have shuffled in and out. But it keeps pretty consistently busy as you all are sitting and relaxing and having conversation.
How long does it take for Candor to come back to the table?
I
all the
would
walking
say,
and whatnot.
honestly, with like the amount of conversating and stuff, like they were probably with that group for 30 minutes or so.
Okay. Well, when Candor comes back, Guillermo's immediately gonna look over to them and with like a shit-eating grin, he's like, "So, what kind of information did you get out of them? Anything to look forward to in specific?"
I mean, I don't know how forward you're looking to get in tunnel madness, but that's definitely a thing.
Also losing your will to live. Spiders.
Goblins. Apparently, there's a festival there. So,
A
you know.
festival.
That sounds
Yep.
nice.
And I guess every once in a while there's a people can be invited to join a contest, but something tells me that won't be us anytime soon.
Who knows?
Oh, and I guess the other thing is assuming we're not dead, we can be down there from one day to literal years. So, yeah, have fun with that bit of information.
I don't think I have enough rations to last years.
Well, that got. Well, I mean, if people can be down there for years, that either means there's shops we can buy food from, or there's enough game down there to actually sustain people for years.
Oh, suppose we could try that spider jerky we've been hearing so much about.
But what? The spider jerky is what is driving them crazy.
Mm.
I'd rather eat goblin than spiders.
You can eat goblin?
Probably. I don't know, they have flesh.
Goblins sound like they would be a little too chewy.
A little too smart for me to eat.
Out of curiosity, how dirty is this floor under our table?
Oh goodness.
That's such a random question.
I'm
Very
gonna
much
just
so.
because at this point, I mean, it's getting late. Candor's drinking a whole bottle of Dwarven brandy. He might just crawl under the table and go to sleep and hope no one notices he's down there. You know, free room.
There are like Jordan didn't spring for the already shelled peanuts and things, so there are peanut casings all around this tavern. It does need a good sweeping.
So he set up a Texas Roadhouse. Got it.
God.
I thought that was Five Guys.
Nah, the Texas Roadhouse near me is pretty bad. Like peanut shells everywhere. And I can't even go in there because my peanut allergy. Like it drive me insane. Yeah.
Allergies are crazy. We had someone who was allergic to egg at camp, and we had two separate like dining rooms, and somebody in the one had egg, and like that they set the kid off, and we had to have the ambulance come out
Oh,
because they
Jesus.
they had eggs and it got swept, and so the sweeping of that is what completely triggered everything.
Oh, that stinks.
That's rough.
Airborne, jeez.
Yeah. Gotta love when adult staff members don't listen. They do their own thing.
Was the
Because
kid okay?
Yeah, the kid was okay.
That's good.
All right. Yeah, so the group is sitting, and I guess that Candor, are you gonna get on the floor?
Yeah, I'm getting on the floor. Peanuts never killed anyone that he knows.
Except for maybe Pedro.
Kaiden would use Presty just to clean up the floor a little bit for Kanda.
A pure look of disgust crosses Archie's face.
I mean, the shells might make a nice pillow, actually.
Oh, God.
Wouldn't be as hard.
All right. Let's do a quick break, and then we'll come back and we will continue. So it is 3:10. We will aim to be back at 3:15, but you know us. I'm never back on time, so we'll just do our personal best. All right. We will see you in about 5 minutes.
All right. I'm gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right.
All right, welcome back. Stream. I let the record show I was on time. It was Pedro, the bard. He was not, which I feel works. All right. Yeah. So we left off. We were listening, talking, sleeping under the table. Anything else that the group would like to do before I do DM shenanigans?
If you want to pick up some anti-venom or antidote, whatever it was.
I think that would be a very good idea, actually.
Anyone know how much
Think we
something
have
like
some
that would
done.
cost?
One would hope that anti-venom is not too expensive, but alchemists can be fickle on their pricing.
I feel like the cleric would probably be familiar. It would be about 50 gold.
50?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is what the D&D Beyond tells me.
Well,
I
know
mean, we don't have. I can do it 3 times a day.
Is it like a what level of spell is that?
Checking. It's a second.
Ah, gotcha.
So it would be an investment.
Yeah. I figure, depending on how much gold everyone else has, like we could like buy one each with our money, and we'd be at least somewhat okay.
I can afford one.
Yeah.
I give you all way too much gold. I'm looking at character sheets right now.
Thank you.
Roll and give those numbers
Pedro's
out.
kind of poor.
Well, yeah, I went a little ham on spending. There were some things that I needed, like a disguise kit, thieves' tools. Those are kind of expensive.
I was gonna say, why would you need thieves' tools? I think I have 2 sets of thieves' tools.
If I somehow get separated
Valid
from the
rich. And second richest is Dream Climber.
Simple man.
What's the worst? We can get about 15 anti-venoms.
Oh, a good chunk of my money went towards the breastplate that I'm wearing right now.
Mm.
All right, so are you all going to go look for a shop?
Yeah, that sounds good.
No one set up a shop in the
Very
bar
good, yes.
with the thing? Like,
It's the alchemist in the tavern.
I think
Gosh,
there's one in the hole,
the hell with going down
but I
there.
think the
Let's
stuff in the
just
hole
do
would be
that.
overpriced.
Yeah, I mean, if this
I
was
think
never
it would be
winter night,
overpriced.
there would be a priestess right there by the well selling us stuff. You know,
For 5. Okay, yeah. All right, I like that idea. Yeah, there's totally a little shop set up here. There's also one down at the bottom too. You know, just go for the best prices here.
yes.
That's good.
Yeah. I say let's hit the market and see if we can get ourselves some anti-venom.
Yeah, for it.
As you all are finishing up your, at this point, likely beverage, and Kander is laying down below, taking a little tiefling nap. You suddenly hear a commotion coming from the well. And you see as emerging from the sides of the well, these 2 large creatures, your senses are overwhelmed by the smell as you see what looks to be a rather large, slimy, looks very aggressive, warm creature that comes over on either side of the well, landing inside of the tavern here.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You see as the two people standing by the well, as this is happening, do you hear shrieking coming from down, carrying up from the well? You can see the contraption used to lower people down looks like it is, shaking and just kind of going completely nuts, almost like some people are maybe jumping or trying to climb the rope. You hear these two individuals shouting down, telling them to calm down before they break it. And what would the group like to do? Roll some initiative for me.
Gonna bash some bugs. Worms.
Slay the
down.
worms!
Foundry, why aren't you bringing up my character sheet?
oh, I didn't roll it for me. Wow.
They rolled. Man, I feel like every roll I've made, it is always the same back to back. Like that kept happening last night too. All right, Kander, you're up first. You are currently prone.
Yeah, I'll crawl up from under the table and use half my movement to stand up. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery because I'm not getting towards that
What are
right
the odds
now.
of that?
Yep.
Okay, I need to make a wisdom save, is that right?
Yes. Needs to beat a 13.
Yes! A nat 20 on the most useless thing. I would have rather, rolled that for something more fun. Yes, I am a bad DM. I do play, not actually, but I do get excited when I feel like I'm winning.
Then I'll pull out both of my rapiers and call it a day.
All right, Dream Climber, you were up.
Dream Climber. Gonna shoot up.
Oh, I don't have my little things. Okay, let me make a note of that.
He is gonna get right up on the worm. And I'm gonna take a shot at it with my spear. Do this, big money. 18.
18 does hit.
Nice. Two-handed. 9 piercing damage for the first attack. That's right,
Nice.
Charlie. First attack. We got 2 attacks now.
Okay, I've taken off the first attack's damage. Hey, this is the highest level Ricky's ever played with me, everybody, except for maybe a one-shot. A 9 misses, though, because you got a little too cocky.
No. But I guess I forgot to do that. That's fine. We got to get used to this with the new thing. Where does that show? I've got a bonus action attack somewhere. There it is. I'm gonna use my Polearm Master bonus action attack. I'm gonna swing around with the butt of the spear.
All right, that hits.
He does 4 damage, and with that one, he'll use his Dreadful Strike, Feywander ability, where he does psychic damage. So he hits it with the butt of the spear. He goes, "You should have stayed down," and gives it 4 psychic damage as well.
Nice.
And that'll be the end of Green Climber's turn.
Give me 1 second to switch from this not very mood-fitting music, and then I will continue.
Just the bard in the corner. You know, he's gotta make it seem like nothing's wrong.
Some elevator music.
Oh my gosh, there's even music that is for these battle music specific for these carrion crawlers.
Ooh.
I don't know what it'll be. Brace yourself. Oh, more moaning.
God.
Really weird music, Charlie.
The screams
It's-
of the band.
I mean, I don't want to kink
best
shame,
bucks.
but I'm gonna kink shame.
Yeah, what you don't know is every time we finish, I just like relive in the music. All right, Barty. Guillermo.
All right. So Guillermo's gonna go ahead and pull out his twin scimitars, and he's going to rush at the worm, and stand by his homeboy's side. Battle brothers for life.
You
wait,
can go around this
right?
way if you want, or you can go the way that you're going, just as a FYI, if you wanted to go.
5, 10. And what the hell is even in my way?
It's probably a wall from the stairs. I can move you. So you've done 10 feet, 15, 20, 25. Now you should be able to move.
What in the hell is going on?
Is it not letting you move yet?
Yeah, it's not letting me move.
Okay,
So
let
no,
me move you
it's-
again.
No, it should be good now.
Okay.
But that's actually my full 30. I can't reach him from here. So what I will do is use Vicious Mockery on it to insult it, I guess.
Do you need an insult? What are you going to say to it?
You smell like a filthy pheasant. Yeah.
Okay.
That's about.
Alright, I am reloading my foundry, but you can roll and tell me if you hit and damage, and I'll take it off after.
Oh, I mean,
Because I have his stuff, so like I'll know if you hit or not.
Oh, it's DC 14.
Just make a save.
Yeah.
Got it. You're right. Yep. Nice. I did not make that save.
So you take 7 psychic damage, and now have disadvantage on your next attack, Mr. Wormy.
Cool. Alright, 7. Alright, as your turn finishes, you do see as like arrows begin flying from various directions at these creatures, but they seem to just be able to miss, or the people shooting don't have the best aim. Archie is up.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and start attacking the other one, while everyone else is focused on that one. Oh, that wasn't by measuring tool. My bad. Whoops. And I'm gonna slap a guiding bolt on it.
Okay.
It's gonna be this one over here. If it wants to look.
Yeah, Foundry just decided not to play nice right now. Yeah,
Curse. Oh, nat 20.
Ooh.
yeah, that will hit.
Crit hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
it's a lot of
It's
dice.
gonna take 25 radiant.
Yeah, as soon as you blast into this one, you see that you have left it bloodied.
Nice.
Anything
Well,
else?
that's all I can do.
Okay. Kaiden.
Kaiden's gonna raise one of the cards from his deck and throw out a Ray of Frost at this one over here.
Ooh.
Okay, that will hit.
It has advantage too if you want to crit punch.
Oh, does it get used
Sure.
up? Or
Wait, what?
Oh, I swear it was for Guiding Bolt give advantage one. On the next attack roll, against the target before the end of your turn. Oh, never mind. My bad.
so no advantage?
Hopefully, so.
Ah, easy. Let's roll the damage. 9 cold.
Okay. Anything else that you would like to do?
Just telling Moro to kind of get out of the action, get us to a safe spot. I couldn't roll initiative for Moro, but
Oh, that's weird. I would assume that do you find familiars go with you in the turn?
from what I read, they have their own initiative.
Okay.
But I
Well,
can command it on my turn to do something.
Okay. Well, he ended up rolling to be right after you. I rolled it for you.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
Yeah, I'll just send him to fly on top of there.
Good deal. Okay.
Yep. That's all.
All right. Which one are you? Okay. All right. The one down below is going to, you see as its tentacles reach towards Dream Climber with a 17 to hit.
A 17 would hit. That one had disadvantage.
Oh, you're right. Let me roll it again. Oh, that's good. If my disadvantage was a nat 20, so a 17.
Perfect. Yep, 17.
Okay. And then 1d4. Okay. You are going to take 4 poison damage, and then I need a Constitution saving throw. Ooh. Okay.
I'll pass that one easily. Definitely.
All right. You are poisoned for a minute until the poison ends. You are paralyzed. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turns, ending the poison on yourself when you succeed.
Oh. Paralyzed, though.
There it is.
Oh,
That is no good.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
It'd be too late for a portent, right?
Yeah, because I've said the effects. I feel like that would be
Gotcha.
too late.
Yeah, no worries.
Give me 1 second. Oh, this really sucks. Okay, so he has a second attack. Does the disadvantage still happen? I guess it's confusing.
No,
So,
okay.
so it's done since he. Okay, well, this
Yeah.
is this. I don't like I hate being the DM. Okay, so because Ricky is paralyzed, the next attack on him is a critical hit. So let's see, as he bites.
Ow.
So I guess I don't even like. Do I have to roll then, or does it just hit? If it hits, okay. So let me roll with advantage. Okay, +4. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Cool. well, I didn't get to bite you. That's like the saddest day ever, I guess. All right. You see as the one here is going to begin to kind of climb like around the well here. Get himself closer. It's got 10.
It also has 10
This-
feet less of movement.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's all that he needs to move. He has a 10 feet reach.
Gotcha.
And he is disadvantage. And he is going to, let's see. Okay. His lowest would have been a 14 to hit Archie.
That misses.
Cool. Alright. Then we are up to Candor.
Do I have enough movement? Oh, I don't know why it moved me. So I'm gonna bonus action dash
Okay.
so I can get my happy ass right here.
Right next to the sucker.
Yep, because I'm gonna run away if I hit it, and I'm going to attempt to hit it.
Yeah, that will hit.
Ooh.
Nice.
I get sneak attack damage. Cause rogue. And because I'm a swashbuckler, I'm going to run away.
Alright, tell us what we see, because your sneak attack did it.
Oh, Kenner just runs up, just stabs him in the face, and then runs away because he doesn't want to be anywhere near it.
While it dies behind him.
Yeah. It's like, I'm just gonna stick that there and go. See you later. That poor worm never stood a chance.
Alright. Dream Climber. Our paralyzed friend.
Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Important.
Jeez.
He's gonna roll an 18.
Okay. Yeah.
So that'd be it. 20 total, I guess.
Yeah, you were good. Good to go.
And that's at the end of the turn, right?
Yeah, so your turn is done, but you are no longer paralyzed. Alright, Guillermo. The Great.
All right. Yes, very great indeed. So Guillermo's gonna close that last 5 feet of movement, and he is gonna go crazy. So I'm gonna main action attack, bonus action attack with my offhand, and then extra attack to attack again. So it's 3 swings.
Okay.
Jeez.
Alright. First swing, 23.
Yes, that hits.
Alright, that is 8 damage from the first attack. Now this is the extra attack.
That misses.
A 12. Okay. Womp womp. And then
Womp.
my bonus action attack. That is a 14.
The 14 hits.
Yes. Alright, for another 8 damage.
Nice.
And that is
He
it for my
is
turn.
still slinking around in his worm-like state, but he looks very badly injured. Archie.
Oh, before I start my turn, I know. Oh, you already noticed. Never mind. Alright. It was with the stream. I'm just gonna bonk it.
Okay. Yeah, my I think I have. I added a thing, and the scrolling is just not working. Yep, that will
Oh,
definitely hit.
I thought that one was dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're hitting,
Ooh.
yeah, that one is dead. But it did hit.
Takes a knife. 7 damage.
So the one that you are next to is dead. It just didn't work
Yeah.
it. But if you are able to move and get to the near the other one, we can take that roll on it.
Wait, y'all didn't tell me it was dead.
Yeah,
I cried.
This one
Normally
already
when I
done, yeah.
normally when I zero, it pops it up. I guess it's because I made a new thing. There we go.
It was 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I can reach it.
Okay, perfect. Then it was 7, you said?
Yep.
All right. Anything else that you'd like to do? And it's still up, but just barely.
Have any bonus actions? Nope. All right. I'm good.
All right. Titan, you're up.
He's gonna raise up another one of his cards and cast Hold the Dead. Which I think it should be 2d12s instead of 2d8s.
Yes, because it's taken damage already. Okay, so
I'll
I
just-
need a.
I'll roll
14
those for you.
DC wisdom save.
Oh yeah, I totally got that. I got a 4. All right. You can reroll if you want, but you have enough that's gonna take it out. If you want to tell us what we see.
That's right. He raises up one of his cards. It has this greenish-looking skull on it with a bell in the background. This card dissipates into the air, and then this necrotic energy from within the carrying crawler just explodes as it slumps to the ground.
Yeah, you all hear some clapping and cheering and stuff, and the arrows that have been soaring through come to a stop as you all have defeated these. And Durden calls to the group, drinks for those of you who were able to swing and hit. Drinks for you all.
Well, Guillermo has worked up a bit of a sweat, so he cannot say no to a free drink.
No one says no to a free drink around here. You only come here if you're here to drink.
Can I empty out a cup and try to grab some of the venom out of the carrying crawler? Or at least
Yes.
attempt to.
Make a sleight of hand for me.
I would like to give him a bardic inspiration. Right, kind of pull out my flute and play a little ditty for him, and it inspires Kaiden.
Wait.
I think it's Kaiden with an I, right?
Yeah, Kaiden.
Kaiden. All right. Sorry about that. But
Oh,
yeah,
you're right, you're right.
It's okay.
You get to add a 1d8 to your roll.
Ooh.
I'm just really thankful that we're going with Archie.
Ooh.
Thank you for that, Val.
I think I might save that inspiration.
So you go to try to get some of the venom out of these creatures, but just the nature of fighting and everything, you can't really find a good place to eject that out from.
Understood. Well, I tried. I thought it might be useful in the future, but not that great with poisons, it seems.
Guillermo thought you were about to get envenomated yourself.
Yeah, I was really close to the teeth there. Surprised myself it didn't happen.
Right. You should definitely wash your hands.
Yeah.
Disinfect with some of the brandy or something, if Kander will let you have some.
It's only
Nico,
it tingles a little.
yeah, you doing all right? You seemed a little froze up there.
It, it was a good. It keeps the heart going. He slaps Archie on the back, almost knocks him in, grabs him. Yeah, it was good hit.
And thank you. He'll slap them on the back in return and cast a nice cure wounds.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm rolling good today.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Excuse me.
Try not to get eaten by giant bugs.
Oh, we gotta see what else is down there.
You hear some people kind of mumble, that's not unusual. Sometimes they come up underneath the construction.
You're telling me giant things don't normally climb out of the hole?
Oh no, they do normally climb out of the hole. It happens on the regular.
Then why don't you put a grate over it or something?
Surprised you still have business here.
Well, the business that is attracted here likes the thrill of it all, so why not? Only every now and again does something terrible happen. Probably should get a waiver for coming into the tavern. Now that I think about it, maybe not quite as extensive as the one to go down below, but maybe a warning or something, I guess, might make sense.
You people are strange. He'll return to the table.
Whatever pays the bills.
Have it written on the side of the building and is known to the state of California that this restaurant can cause death and or cancer.
You see as some people like try to get any of the remains, and I mean they do the only thing that you can do when you have a giant hole in here. They throw them over with a yell down below to watch out below as they toss them over.
I hope nobody's
That
standing down there.
Now I wonder if I drop a copper piece from the top of this hole, if it would kill anyone.
That's gonna be the real way that I get you all when you're getting off. I'm gonna throw something from the tavern down.
God.
I am looking in the waiver. It doesn't say anything about copper pieces falling on your head.
And with the distance that coin would be falling, that might actually kill someone. Please don't do that.
Gonna say, what is it, Faerun? The Sword Coast is at? I'm like, what are the physics of Faerun? What's the terminal velocity of a copper coin?
Isn't like an equation for terminal velocity?
Yeah, because I know it
Yeah.
doesn't work in real life. It wouldn't actually kill you because it can't go fast enough and hit you hard enough. It would just hurt.
Hmm.
We can work that out on the abacus later.
Yeah. Roll some intelligence on that.
We'll
Oh,
see if
I'll
I've got,
roll it. Got that
see if I've
minus
got the
one.
sine, cosine, tangent fucking charts too to go with it.
Too much math. That's why I teach biology.
Well, I figure now is as good a time as any to get ourselves some anti-venom. We'll be heading down ourselves rather soon.
Hmm.
Maybe a bit of resting would be in order, just to make sure we're all in, tip-top shape.
I mean, I was trying, and then a bunch of worms showed up.
Right,
I-
but you're also trying to sleep on the floor.
Hey,
With-
man, if
with
I
all
don't
the
get
nuts.
caught, then it's free.
But it is the floor.
I
Hell, I've
mean,
slept in worse places. We've slept on the ground.
Guillermo does not blame you for saving money, but at the same time, it's the floor. Why on the floor?
You know how many drunkards have thrown up here?
I mean, I wouldn't see it as any different than sleeping in the dirt in the woods. I mean, you know how many animals have pissed in that?
I mean, that's why you pick a clearing in the woods that does not smell like piss. But I digress, of course. The markets, yes? And then we rest?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. Kieran's gonna go ahead and grab up all this stuff and start making his way towards the lead door.
All right. As you do, you hear a scream. No, I'm just kidding.
Moro, in the meantime, just gonna be picking up the peanut dust off of Candle.
All right. The group heads out. You probably ask someone for directions to a shop, and you get those easily enough. And you continue until you reach a little small shop that's a few doors down from the tavern. You come in. It looks to be a place that carries various potions and things. You don't see anything that like appears to be super interesting. And you see the shopkeep owner come out from behind back soon. Hello there. How can I assist?
We are looking to get our hands on some of your finest antivenom. We're planning a trip down the well. I'm sure you know which one.
Ah, yes. I'm very well aware. It does me a lot for my business. It's really helped. And you notice she is a little bit older looking. She um is a dwarf. She has a long gray mohawk, brown eyes. She's about 3'6", and her I love NPC generators. She has slightly long fingernails.
What the hell?
Yeah. And you immediately pick up on it seems as though she probably hasn't bathed in quite some time. Probably since she was young enough for someone to force her to wash behind her ears. You said you were needing some anti venom. Is that what you said you were looking for?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, I have antitoxin for sale. 65 gold for each one.
Um, are you sure? We were looking for anti-venom. Uh, to put in case we get bit by any spiders or troublesome worm creatures.
Well, I mean, this will protect you if you drink it before, it'll keep you for an hour or so. But let me rummage in the back and see if you want specifically anti-venom against spiders.
I mean, uh, if I suppose 65 gold per antitoxin uh, potion. It lasts for an hour, you say?
I mean, it might last longer than an hour, but it's best, if
Are,
you don't try
are
to
you
test that. I personally never have when creating it, and trying to see.
so you're not sure with how long it lasts?
Well, are you willing to risk? I have some spiders back here in jars. I can let one bite you, and we can wait. We'll give you some, and we'll wait 2 hours and have one bite you and see.
I think Guillermo will go with the anti-venom.
All right. Well, let me take a look and see if I'm able to find any of this back here. We've had quite a few people coming through asking. Guess they've heard about the drow down below and spider bites, and it has them a little bit nervous.
Right. He's gonna slowly turn towards the rest of the group and he's gonna like stage whisper towards them. Do you think it's very likely that we will meet a drow down there?
Other
I
hopes.
hope.
The only reason, yeah, Heather, shut up.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yeah,
By the sounds of it, sure.
it is in the underground. That's where they all live.
Right. I heard they're none too kind to the above grounders, as they call us. Uh, right. I definitely think we're going to need this anti-venom.
You think you can get her to make it cheaper? 65's a lot.
Do you think she would give us a bit of a discount if I did a dance for her or something?
Maybe not a dance as much, but maybe you could say something nice about her. Work your magic.
Compliment her eyes. Tell her her slightly long nails look okay or something.
Well, the perfume she uses, it's quite strong.
Earthy, even. Reminds me of a freshly picked mushroom or something. One that's been rained on and then pissed on by a deer or something. She smells. That's what I'm getting at.
Maybe you don't say all that, but like
Heady scent of pure urine.
Gosh. She comes back out as you all are talking, and she goes, I have one more place that I can look. I'm not seeing any on the shelves, but give me just another moment here.
Before you go, I must say, your eyes are simply so gorgeous. I could get lost in them forever. And then he like winks at her aggressively.
Is there a role for being creepy? Because I feel like that's the role that I need you to make. She looks at you and she says, "Honey, I've already been married once. I'm not interested in ever dealing with that again."
What is marriage if just, some silly vows and a ring on a finger? We could elope, of course. Get lost in the woods together, or something. Or you could just give me a discount because I'm so handsome.
I will go and see if I can round up a potion for you. I will be back.
She's gonna poison you.
Likely.
Not drinking this
lady.
candy toxin.
I think that went pretty well.
Hmm.
We should probably find some poor bastard down there to test the antivenom for us to see if they melt.
Yeah. She comes out and she has a potion and she goes, I believe this is what you are looking for. It'll be 75 gold. It's a bit harder to make than the one I previously had offered.
It 75. Um. Um. Maybe. Maybe we'll give the antitoxin more consideration. 75 is a bit steep, of course. We are just budding adventurers and a traveling troupe. Our expenses are high, of course, and we have to save what we can.
Understood. So you would like to have the other one instead? So 65 for that?
Right, yes. Candor, your abacus, please.
Paid attention. Sorry, I thought you had all this taken care of. I didn't think I needed to listen.
No, I'm Guillermo simply asking for the abacus. I would like to use it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hand over the abacus.
And Guillermo doesn't exactly know what he's doing with it, but he's gonna pretend like he does, and he's gonna start like shuffling some balls around.
So strange technique, but I guess if it works for you.
Right, of course. Stop. Don't judge Guillermo, please. He's a mathematician, an actor, a dancer, all sorts of things.
No, as long
I'm
as you
sorry.
believe it.
Did you not learn to count at 65? 1, 2, and you continue until you get to 65. You don't need that contraption for this. Men.
Goodness gracious. I'm simply doing the math. We are 5 people, and one potion is not going to be passed around between 5 people, of course.
Kaiden pets Guillermo on the back. It's 325.
Right, yes. I think I figured that out on the abacus thing. I think.
You're almost there.
He's gonna very gently set the abacus aside. Are the rest of you going to loosen your purse strings? I don't have 325 myself.
I can buy my one, and I have 2 gold pieces left to contribute.
Oh.
Give me a minute.
Yeah,
It was
I can
300.
give you
25?
my 65.
Yeah. Guillermo pulls out his own 65.
Yeah, I'm good for 65.
Who needs to be spotted? Because I could pay for everyone's.
Maybe Kaiden?
I've got 65. I can pay. I'll just have 2 left over, but that is sweet.
No, I'll pay for yours. It's
Oh.
always good to have gold in the pocket.
Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah, of course.
Alright. Well, once we have the total amount, Guillermo's kind of build like a, a little fort with all the coins. He's gonna stack them up and take his time and stuff.
Well, I don't know if I trust a man who has to use a contraption to count. Let me. And she grabs and like scoots the pile and begins to slowly, very meticulously count the coins, making stacks of 10, and then that final stack of 5. And all right, it appears that you have not shortchanged. And she hands over 5 potions of antitoxin to the group, and they're in the party inventory on Foundry, so that you guys can move those wherever. There's a group of 3 people. If you click that, that is the party inventory, and you can drag and drop onto your character sheet. Is there anything else that I can get for you?
How much would a potion of healing cost?
Well, that depends on how healed would you like to be.
Uh, just a regular.
That will be that will be 50 gold.
50? 50?
Yes. If you want greater healing, it is 100. I'm able to make these in much bigger quantities, so it's a bit cheaper than other potions that I sell. Everyone's always needing this. Only some ask about the potions regarding specifically spider bites and the like.
Archie will look at the group, look in his coin purse, think for a hard second, and fork over the 250 needed.
Woo.
Don't question how I got this.
I'm just glad that somebody has money.
I am. You know, Guillermo was going to say something, but he will reserve his comments.
You all came to shop. Might I interest you in anything else?
No.
Nah. I assumed someone like you, looking at Guillermo, would be broke, but others might not be.
Oof.
I made sure to pack ahead of time.
All
I'm gonna
right.
go find my abacus and shove it back in my bag.
Well,
think
I
that is
do
all.
wish you all the best on your travels down to the Undermountain. Do make sure that you are well, careful, of course. I personally have not ever been. I've never really desired to. But I've heard stories, and I know that well, it can be quite difficult. So just make sure that you are being, like I said, careful. And if you need any more supplies when you come back up or anything, please feel free to stop on by.
Good to know.
Alrighty.
Okay. Anything else for anybody before you go back to the tavern?
Nah, Guillermo doesn't have anything else he wants to buy. Or that he can buy.
I was like, can you buy anything? Everybody always wants to buy things, but can you?
I guess I'll have to wait until I find some treasure.
All right. The group heads back into the tavern. As you do, you see, people who were there before have shuffled out and about. But again, it's still pretty lively. There currently isn't any entertainment up on stage. It is a little bit more quiet, but full of talking and drinking and uh, games being played at various tables, card games and dice games and the like. And I feel like this is a really good stopping point for the first session, and then we will pick back up. Just a couple of questions before we sign off the stream, just so I know, and then we will go ahead and call it for today. Are you all going to want to stay at the tavern for the evening?
Yeah. Oh,
Mm.
voice
Yeah.
crack.
Okay. Yeah, so as you go back to the tavern and you inquire about lodging, Durnan lets you know that a room with a single bed is 8 silver. A room that has a double bed is 13. And if you are trying to put more than the amount of people in, it's an additional silver per person. So if you got a single room and you were going to have 2 or more people in that room, then it's a silver for each additional person. Double bed, then after 2, it costs for additional. And he says we can also, if you would like to go ahead and pay for meals, I don't know how much time you plan on staying before leaving from here, and you can add the room with 3 meals. It's 10 silver per person added to that.
How about this?
And if you have any companion animals or pets or things, or if you're bringing any other people into the room, it's in the silver additionally for each extra body that will be in the room.
See
No
Kaiden
judgment here.
instantly click his fingers, and then Moro just poofs into arcane magic.
Well, fair enough to that. But I know that there are others who, I wasn't specifically thinking of the cute little creature that you had, but some others, bring a guest and whatnot, and I've learned it's just better to charge extra.
Fair enough. I could understand a policy like that, of course.
I'm sure that you could.
What about this? What's the largest room you have? Because if we could have one that could fit all 5 of us, and if I could reserve it for a day or 2, I could give you the gold for it. I'll pay for the lodgings for today and tomorrow, if that's all right with everyone else.
You can pay this time if you'd like.
The
No.
largest we have is the double bed, but we do. You see him look in his record books. We do have 2 of those available. Other than that, we have. Well, there's It depends on what you decide. I have 2 rooms open, so you can either have both of the double rooms, or you can have a double and a single. But I can't give you all 3.
I suppose 2 doubles would work.
All right.
It
So
would be cheaper.
that would be 26, and then there's an additional one, so 27 silver per night. Are you wanting to add any of the meals to it? We can also have one of our magic keepers come and cast silence on the room, so you don't hear all the ruckus down here. That's an additional 2 silver per room.
Right. Yes. We'll go with the full package on this. The silencing, the meals, of course, would be wonderful. Yes. However much it comes out to, I'll hand over a gold for all of it. No change required. You can keep the rest.
Be at least.
I don't require the device that you do, but that doesn't shake up, my friend. So the two rooms with silence on it will be 59 silver, and then the 3 meals included with this would be an additional 50. So we are looking at 109 silver.
He says, "Cray."
Maybe we shouldn't have the silence just in case one of those worms decides to pay us a visit while we sleep.
I can't cast spells in silence.
Uh,
All right, so 107. I'm sorry, my math was wrong on that. 105 then, my friends.
yeah. That's 10 gold, and then the rest in silver coins.
Yes, it'd be 10 gold and then 5 silver.
All right. Yep. Guillermo, go ahead and pay that.
If we just slept on the tavern floor, we wouldn't have to pay for it. Just don't get caught.
Oh no, I don't think that's a place that you want to sleep. You might wake up covered in vermin.
Mm.
All right, and do you want to go ahead and I don't. You guys haven't paid to go down yet, or did you, Pedro?
I did.
You did.
I
Okay.
did.
He looks and he goes, one more thing. Do we want to schedule your descent? So you're staying here tonight and tomorrow night. So, is there a time the next day that you would like to go down to the Undermountain? We like to schedule these so that everyone's spaced out, so we don't have to worry about any accidents with the bucket and things and whatnot.
Right.
And if sometimes even the brave need to be talked a bit. Some are afraid of the height once they go to be loaded into the bucket.
I suppose tomorrow during the evening, if everyone else is in agreement, we have ourselves a nice dinner, fill our bellies, and then adventure awaits. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect.
So you're paying so that you can keep the room through the day, but you would like to descend tomorrow evening instead of the following day.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds fair to me then. He goes ahead and he will slide back to you. He'll give you back the 5 silver. Since you'll be leaving early and there's a chance I might be able to rent out the room again, I'll just go ahead and I'll give you this and give you a little discount.
Much appreciated.
I'll even throw in a couple of rations for you all to take down below so you have them.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else before we call it good for today?
Is there a lock on the door to the bedroom?
Yes, he gives you guys a key to the door.
Are there windows and curtains in this room?
That's a very good question. Yes, there is a window in each of the rooms. So the rooms that you're staying in are on opposite sides of the upstairs. You're on the second floor of the tavern. One room is a bit larger. It has a double bed, more probably like a, if we're thinking like queen size in comparison. It has a nice chair, and it has a window that looks to the outside. There's a desk as well. And then the other room is a little bit smaller. It has would be a full size bed, so still enough for two people, but not quite as spacious. It has a smaller desk and a wooden chair inside of that.
As soon as the Heaven Master's left and the doors are shut and locked, Kaiden's just going to bring back Mora from being temporarily dismissed.
Who is staying in? What is our room arrangements?
Um. So the doubles are essentially 2 beds in each room.
So it's 1 bed in each room, but it sleeps 2.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know. Guillermo doesn't really care who he shares a room with, so he's fine with whoever.
Kaiden will roll out his bedroll and sleep on the ground with Mora. Any room.
Like, who's gonna play rock paper scissors and lose?
Do you want me? I can just roll. I can roll dice and decide who's in a room. Okay, so with Guillermo, we have whoever is player 5. Oh, that is great. Okay, Kaiden.
That's me.
Yep. And then we will put you guys in the big room just to make this easy. So also in that room is player 2. That is Pedro, though, isn't it? Okay, let's reroll. Player 4. That's Archie.
Ooh.
Okay, and so then Candor and Dream Climber will be in the I'm assuming they are in the smaller room, but that might not be the best for a Dream Climber. 7
Well,
foot
it's 2
tall.
doubles, right?
No, it's so each room has a double bed. The one that
Right,
is
yeah.
smaller is just a full sized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dream Climber does a like a half step into the room, dives onto the bed. He goes, "Oh, my feet hang off." Fully armored up still.
Mm.
You might have been better off on the floor in the tavern.
All right.
I keep telling y'all.
Yeah, I mean, what the only price you had to pay was the peanut oil all over you.
Yep.
And so
And
in
your
the case of
dignity.
some, cool. All right. In the chat real quick before we go, Godright asked if we have a group name. I think Pedro, you threw one out at the beginning. What was the name that you?
All right. Well, he just made up a patron's name on the fly. It's the Madame Gusto. Jesus, I bit my own tongue. Madame Gusteau's troublesome troop. I'll put it in the chat.
Cool. All right. Well, that is a good stopping point. We will be playing next week. Heather won't be here, but we will play next week. All right. If you are watching on the chat, thank you for tuning in. We will see you next week. All right. Bye, chat.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Yeah.